Greetings and thank you. Be seated. Thank you. I am Dr. Harrison. I am the Extended Learning Opportunities Director, and I am excited on behalf of the Middle College Task Force to be here this evening. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Middle College Commencement for the graduating summer class of 2019 of the Kansas City Public Schools. Today is a special day for the young people who have persevered through all to reach this point of celebration and recognition. We are proud of you and your accomplishments. Again, on behalf of the Kansas City Public Schools and the graduating class, I welcome you to this ceremony. I kindly ask you to silence your cell phones and to please stand for the national anthem. Thank you. I ask that you please remain seated throughout this ceremony and refrain from excessive loud noise so that all names can be heard and proper respect be given to each candidate as they walk across the stage. At this time, I would like to introduce the platform guests. Tonight we have Dr. Marla Shepard, Deputy Superintendent of Kansas City Public Schools, Dr. Trinity Davis, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction, Professional and Development, Leisha Gregory, Interim Vice President of MCC-Penn Valley, Ms. Patty Manser, Board Chair of Kansas City Public Schools, and I would also like to give a recognition to Mr. James Bryant from FEC here in the audience with us. At this time, I would call Julia to the platform to read her speech.
Thank you for coming out here to celebrate this special day with the 8 of us. I'm thankful that I had a second opportunity to be able to walk the stage. When I say second opportunity, it's because when I was in high school, I didn't have the credits to be able to graduate with my class. I was going to have to wait to be able to graduate. I was to a point where I was just going to give up and drop out for good. However, I had to meet with when I had a meeting with my counselor about the graduation plan, she mentioned the KCPS Middle College plan. She said that she would talk to her wonderful Annie. Annie said she had a few testing days for the spring semester. November 11, 2018, I had to come to Penn Valley to take the TAPE test to test into the middle college program. I was so scared I wasn't going to be able to get in, but I tested in. Once I did, I instantly knew it was going to be a crazy ride. But it was going to be all worth it. When I first started, I was told I couldn't do credit recovery because I had too many credits to make up. I would have to take the high set. So that's exactly what I did. I studied, and studied some more. Unfortunately, I didn't study hard enough for the reading test. I had flat scores all 3 times. I felt like it was the end for me. However, Annie made a few phone calls and was able to make me do credit recovery. She told me I would graduate December 2019. I told her no, I'm graduating June 2019, mark my words. That's exactly what I did. I worked hard to be able to graduate today and celebrate with all you guys who are here today. I want to thank Annie for giving me this opportunity. And
Just look out there. Look at everybody. You got this, breathe, baby. There you go.
I also want to thank my superhero, the one that gave birth to me. She's truly my role model for pushing me to be a better me, for making sure I have everything I ever needed. Thank you for everything you do for my siblings.
You're okay, sweetie. We love you.
You're truly the best mother I can ask for.
Go slow. Go slow.
Gracias por nunca dejarme en las cuentas. Thank you for giving me the world. One day I'll give you the Milky Way because you deserve it. Thank you again for everyone's support, and we're out.
Jose?
We all have different paths through our lives, but the path that led us here today. I want to thank everyone who supported me throughout.
Look at it. Just breathe. Look it over. He's going to get me crying, too.
I want to thank everyone who supported me throughout this journey and never thought of me once. I want to thank my mom and my mother-in-law who supported me through this since day one. I would also like to thank Miss McDonald for being the best of the best. I will always find a way, and I always find a way to help us achieve our goals. And last but not least, I want to give a very special thanks to Miss Jackie Johnson for giving me hope, for accomplishing my dreams, and to strive forward. Once again, I want to thank everyone who supported me throughout this. And one last thing, I know my father is a proud man, looking down at me and seeing his last son graduate and going to do better things so he can make everyone proud. I love you, Mom. I love you, Dad.
Mylene?
Oh my God.
Breathe, Marlene.
I know. I'm nervous. I
Breathe, girl.
I'm nervous.
Okay.
Let me tell you about my journey I had to go through in order to be standing right here, right now. During all my school years, it has been very good for me. I'd always good. Okay. Okay. I'd always goof around, get distracted, or not pay attention, even wouldn't do my work. I'd always thought school was just school, and that's why I didn't for real care much about school growing up. Elementary was easy, middle school was alright, but high school was very different from what I expected. Starting high school as a freshman, I thought everything was still going to be a flash. I thought everything was going to be just a flash, and it would be done quickly. When I was a freshman, seniors kept on telling me over and over and over that my freshman year was very important and that I shouldn't mess around because it will mess me up later in the future. Knowing how I was during all my school year, I knew I was still going to be in a mindset of school is just school and I didn't care about school. As the year goes by, I noticed that some of my classes were tough on me, and I was completely lost because of the distractions that were happening around me. I didn't do my work in class nor outside of school, so of course I was failing mostly of my classes. Now school ends and I get a letter saying I got summer school for the classes I failed. I thought summer school was for me to go so I can make up the credits for the classes that I failed, but I didn't know it was only made up half of the credits for the class. Sophomore year comes and I'm still acting the same way, but not fully. I passed all my classes but still failed classes. I went to summer school still thinking I'm getting all my credits, so I wasn't really bummed out about summer school, but I know I shouldn't have fooled around. Now junior year comes and I have a better mindset because I knew I was close to being a senior. I started to do all my work in and outside of school. I started to participate in many things, get less distracted, not fool around. Throughout the school year, I was getting so excited because just the thought about me going to my senior year and graduating was having me so motivated. I passed all my classes but two, so again, summer school. Big year comes and now I'm a senior. I'm full with joy and excitement because I'm still thinking about the whole graduation and just getting out of school until one day. My counselor called my mom and me to have a meeting about something very important. It was about graduation. As soon as I knew what the meeting was about, I started to freak out and overthink so much. The counselor was saying that I have many missing credits and that there was a possibility that I couldn't graduate on time. Hearing those words come out of my counselor's mouth made me so upset. They told me to just pass all my classes the first semester, and if I did, then I would have the possibility to take online classes for next semester. So my first semester, I tried my hardest and did everything I could in order to pass all my classes and not fail. But there was only one class I failed. But was so close by passing by 2 points. Since I failed one class, I wasn't able to take online classes, but they also told me it wasn't going to work out because I had so many online classes and I wasn't able to take online classes, but they told me I'm lost. Sorry. They told me it was going to take months to finish the online classes, so that's why I couldn't take it next semester. Next semester comes and I'm just filled with so much pressure on me knowing I'm not graduating anymore, not considered as a senior, pushed away, not participating in any of the senior activities, etc. I lost all my motivation that had to keep me going in school. I wanted to give up and just let the year go by, but I knew if I did that, then it was going to be much worse for me. The month of February was when I was told about the program MCC called Middle College Program. I only had a week or less to prepare myself for the test. When I went up to MCC to take the test, I kept telling myself, I can do this, I can do this. I wasn't very happy with the results because I didn't pass the test, but luckily there was another test day where I can come back and retake it. This time I had more time to prepare myself for the test. I was still doing all my work in school, so if I got into the program, I wouldn't be missing more credits. May comes and it's the test day once again. I go in and take my test. I was so nervous and overthinking, like, what if I don't pass again? Like, I had to come back another year and graduate 2020, and I didn't want that. I got the results, and when I heard I got into the program, I was so happy and emotional. That was the day that changed my life, my whole life and route. I finally got the chance to make up the credits I've been missing and graduate June 28, which is today. It's been a rough road for me getting to where I am right now, having ups and downs, but at the end, it was all worth the pain and sacrifice. I want to thank my family, Ms. McDonald, Julie, Ms. Fox, who couldn't be here today, and all my classmates who are sitting behind me. Without them, I wouldn't have been here graduating, saying a speech right now. We made it. We did it, class of 2019.
Brianna.
Okay, I'm gonna try not to cry, guys. I remember having some of my best memories in high school. I had many friends and always kept myself busy. I had trouble focusing because I always wanted to have fun. My prioritizing wasn't important then. I found myself slowly drifting out of focus. I met my first love at 14, who's now my husband. I love you, baby. Him and I instantly connected. After a year of our relationship, I had fallen to my knees because not late after my 15th birthday, that fall of 2011, I found out I was 6 weeks pregnant with my daughter. I was very sick with my daughter, hospitalizing me for over a course of 6 months. Due to me being pregnant and being sick, I had fallen behind and had no other choice but to drop out. I moved out of my dad's house and began working. My daughter's father played a high role in helping and being a great caregiver. My mother would always remind me that everything would be okay and stood by my side through my child's birth along with her father. As for my father, I am his only child, so this makes me a first-generation graduate, and I'm so blessed my daddy is here with me tonight to celebrate this very special moment with me. He always pushed me to be my best. Well, I'm here, Daddy, and I did it. I remember the day I had my sister come into the room after my daughter's birth and tell me to please continue my education because it's hard to go many places without it. Then it inflicted on me seeing my mother when I was a kid work 12-hour shifts while pursuing her dreams of becoming a nurse. Even many years on and off of caring for me and my siblings, my mother never gave up on her dream. She will now be graduating in 2021 with her BSN, following my sister who completed her bachelor's from Avila University last year in May. I thought about school heavily, and I remember seeing my graduating class in 2014, and I remember not being able to go to my senior breakfast crush me. I tried many programs to get my GED, but mostly all were dead end. It was then I was searching on the internet and I came across a girl my age who engaged in the middle college program. I seen how many people were graduating from the program, and I instantly gained an amount of confidence. I decided to call. It was then when I heard her voice. I knew instantly this program was for me. Miss Annette McDonald, thank you for all your care and this amazing time and effort you took to make it all possible. You remind me of my favorite 5th grade teacher, who was just my absolute favorite. I think it's amazing the drive you give us youth who come from all different parts of the struggle. As my youth sitting behind me, I know I wasn't here for long, but all your efforts and dedication to your young lives promise you a great future. And it makes me so happy seeing you guys being able to graduate on time and all of us beginning a new future. Wherever you may go, I wish nothing but success and blessings for your future. As for me, I will be continuing my education and for my lifelong dream this fall into dental hygiene. Congrats to all of us here tonight, class of 2019.
At this time, we'll have a special recognition with Ms. McDonald.
I'm not resigning yet. Dang it.
I hope not. All right, ready?
Okay, here we go. All righty, good evening, everybody. Glad you're here, glad you're here. I've enjoyed your children, I want you to know that. I'm the coordinator of the middle college program. I'm sure you all know that and heard all the stories. At this time, middle college graduates, we'd like to recognize you with this because of your tremendous achievement by presenting each of you graduates with a middle college honor cord. The two most important colors of this honor cord are purple and gold. These colors define you as a middle college graduate. Purple is for royalty and gold is for high achievement. You are all royalty and you're all high achievers. Remember always these two colors define you, purple and gold. The other colors of this honor cord hold your path to the future. Will it be a career as a dental hygienist, an interpreter translator, a naval officer, a financier, an engineer, or a veterinarian technician? What color will your path be? The choice is yours. At this time, graduates, please stand. And we're going to place an honor cord on you, and I just want you to go back to your seats, okay? All righty. Here we go. Congratulations, my dear. Yeah, just walk around and then come right back this way. Congratulations. Walk right down. Congratulations. All right, everybody, please give them a round of applause. This is where we are right here. Okay? Okay, Miss Alicia. Yeah.
All right, at this time, I would ask Ms. Leisha Gregory to join me at the podium for introduce our speaker.
I don't need my glasses to read, so that's why I took them off. I'm here to introduce Dr. Marla McNeil Shepard, our keynote speaker for today. She is currently the Deputy Superintendent in Kansas City Public Schools. Prior to this, she was an Assistant Superintendent at Fort Bend ISD, where she was responsible for 15 schools. That included elementary, middle, and high schools. After receiving her bachelor's degree in biomedical science from Texas A&M University, she began her career in the Houston Independent School District as a math and science teacher at the middle and high school levels. She joined the HISD secondary principalship cohort in 2002, and after completion, she became the Dean of Students at Paul Revere Middle School. In January of 2006, she was appointed as the principal at Lamar Fleming Middle School in the 5th Ward. During her tenure, the school became the T-recognized school and was named Whitley Feeder Pattern Secondary Principal of the Year. Twice she was named this. In 2011, Dr. McNeil Shepard was named the ISD Secondary Principal of the Year, and in June she was appointed as the first female principal at the historic Jack Yates High School. Upon her arrival, Yates was academically unacceptable, but 2 years after her appointment, Yates not only exited the federal adequate yearly progress sanctions, but they also became a T-meet standard school with academic distinctions in mathematics. Dr. McNeil Shepard has a true passion for at-risk students and creating equity for all students. As a native Houstonian and product of the Houston ISD's Booker T. Washington High School, she clearly understands the importance of education and its role in creating opportunities for students. She is the daughter of 2 former educators and the wife of Daniel Shepard. They have 3 children, Ashley, Jonathan, and Jeremiah. Please join me in welcoming Dr. McNeil Shepard.
Good evening. I'm going to make my comments very short because I know that no one came to celebrate me, they came to celebrate these graduates. So we're going to get on with the program and the celebration. Graduates, I only have 3 things that I want to say to you, 3 recommendations that I want to give you, and this is our last one from Kansas City Public Schools. Number 1, you have tons of people here tonight that are here to celebrate you and that are here to support you. Don't disappoint them. But most importantly, don't disappoint yourself. You see, in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you will have to look in the mirror and you will have to look at yourself and you will have to determine whether or not you're proud. And so whatever you do, make sure that you do those things that will make yourself proud. The second thing is make wise choices. I tell my son every morning when I drop him off at school to make wise choices, because when you make one wise choice, it makes many other wise choices for you. When you decide that you're going to be successful, then laying in bed all day, that choice is already made. You know you got to get up. When you make wise choices for yourself and you decide that you're going to be successful, then hanging out until midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, those things, that decision is already made because you know that you have work to do. So one wise choice makes several other wise choices for you. So always make wise choices. And then the third thing is, let this be the first of many celebrations. I know that you've come to an end, and many of you have gone through a lot of things to get here. That shows that you are resilient. And let me tell you something, resilience can get you a lot farther than just mere ability, because it means that you have the ability to fall down and to get up again. And that is something that is very important in life, because many times we don't get what we want on the first try. Sometimes we have to try, and then try again before we finally get what it is. But at the end of the day, resilience will take you there. So graduates, please know that Kansas City Public Schools is very proud of you, and the class of 2019, go forth and do great things.
I'd just like to take a second to make sure that everyone understands why we have this program. This program is a joint effort between the Kansas City Public Schools, MCC, and FEC, the Full Employment Council. And without the support of the Full Employment Council, we would not be able to put this program together to be able to support these scholars in their endeavors and to be able to help them to succeed further beyond this. So after these students receive their diplomas tonight, they then will be eligible to enroll into a career and technical school or go on into right here at Penn Valley or another community college of their choice because of the partnership that we have with those two organizations. So I just want to take a moment to make sure that we understand that and say thank you to our partners at FEC and at MCC for that partnership. Ms. McDonald?
Dr. Shepard, will you please join me at the podium? On behalf of the Middle College program, it's my honor to present to you the 2019 candidates for graduation. These students have met all district and state graduation requirements to be considered a graduate of the class of 2019. Dr. Shepard, do you accept our graduating class of 2019 from the Middle College program?
I accept. Upon the recommendation of the faculty of the Middle College program, I seek the authority of the chair and the school board of the Kansas City Public Schools to confer upon each of you a high school diploma with all rights and privileges and responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Members of the board, do you accept this class?
I do.
Thank you. As Deputy Superintendent, I certify these seniors have met all the requirements set forth by the Kansas City Public Schools Board and the state of Missouri. By the power vested in me, I hereby declare the class of 2019 to be graduates of the Middle College program.
All righty, class, everybody stand. Here we go. Everybody breathe. Everybody breathing? Don't hold your breath. Don't do it. All righty. Brianna Monet Shank. Juliana Aponte. Mylene Carrasco. Jose Lorenzo Ramos. Pardon me, Ramos. Don't be shy, Brianna. Brianna Janae Elaine Booth. Ricardo Marin Valadez. Lamont Leandre Bell. Rayshawn Leomont Ashley. All right, we've got closing remarks. Have a seat. Here we go. Jose Ramos is going to close us out.
Good evening, family and friends. First and foremost, I am proud to say congratulations to the class of 2019. I think I speak for all of us when I say it feels good to finally walk this stage. While some of us did this journey alone, others had supporters who pushed them the whole way through. And on behalf of my fellow students, thank you for all your constant assistance, encouragement, and support. Please be sure to use the elevators to access the 5th floor to join us for our graduation celebration. Refreshments will be served and family pictures will be taken. Thank you all for joining us, and I hope to see you on the 5th floor.
Graduates, you may now turn your tassels. Parents and family members, if you could please stay seated as the graduates exit and allow them a moment to get upstairs, then we'll meet you on the 5th floor.